start recording it. Okay. So here are the mods. Nothing's enabled. And then, so we're gonna go to here, bounty hunter. We're gonna load a custom ship. The ship we're gonna start with is my modded version, not modded, but modified version of the Model C. And let's go. Okay, so for amateur here, we're hoping for a good RNG, but it's not a big deal right now. Of course, it doesn't keep selected. But right now, we're doing this with the speed up run, so I can use 4x. Later on though, when we get to vanguard level, 1x is the best we can do, at least for my computer. So we get rid of that guy. We want to prepare while we're flying to the next person. The Model C, in my opinion, is the fastest one to be able to do this. And then we need to get out of here to another amateur one. Try and cook that as fast as possible. Order doesn't entirely matter, because they're all going to move around anyway, but still. This has got a laser. See, the reason I pick the Model C is just because it's got a lot of armor right here, so it can deal with a lot of different of the opponents. I'm at the start here. Take this guy out. Money's not really a concern as far as the speedrun's concerned. When you're on an Ensign and it's a tiny galaxy, you get a lot more money than you're gonna end up using. So it's not a big problem. We can already probably, I think we're already close to being able to buy our next level ship. I'm just looking for where we go to next. Okay, right there. And a slight time save too is we can repair while we're charging, as long as those two components have been destroyed at least. So that saves us a bit of time. But once we get to professional, we're going to have to upgrade to those carbines. Usually start off with one of those and then work our way up to 4 and then sell all of those that are around elite and get the archangels. So that was my strategy last run, but I'm just refining that more instead of trying to modify the Model C, which is what I tried to do last time. This guy's being a bit of a pain now, isn't he? See, this is a problem we're going to start encountering. This guy's wasting a lot of my time. That's the other thing. That's why there's so much RNG in this run, is because all of the ships are random, essentially. Like, their design isn't random, but which one you're going to get is random. So you really want to get one that doesn't have a lot of armor like that last one did, because it becomes a real problem. That's the reason why there's a 50-second planet run on speedrun.com, is because he got a good RNG with what ships he was going up against. So he didn't have to spend too much time on each ship, and there was only 3 ships, so he was able to finish the run super fast. When we fight this guy, I'm gonna look for our next location. Okay, those two over there. Now, there's probably some additional, as far as mouse clicks go, some additional maneuvers I could do to save some time. And I'm sure a task of this, I don't know actually, because game doesn't really use keyboard inputs for certain tasks, such as anything in the galaxy map, really. But it would be interesting to see a task in this game, if that's even a thing you can do. Oh, shoot. Okay, I wasted some time there. Okay, that's gonna remove a lot of time. That guy actually burned to death. That's another thing I've never thought of, which might also be an additional time save, is setting one of them afire and getting rid of their weapons, and then just walking away if they don't have any extinguishers. That's a strategy I didn't even think of. I'll have to try that next time. Oh yeah, and whatever these crystals are, they're not a worry as well. Anything up in the upper right really isn't a worry, just because we get so much of it. We could probably already buy our 2 carbines, but I'm not going to because they're slightly slower than the ship, so I'm going to keep the Model C until we get to professional, and then I'm going to sell them off. This is about an hour run. We might actually get to sub 50 though. Prepare quickly before this guy shows up. This guy's a bit away. That's the problem, when you get the vanguard, they're really far away. Which might call for adding boost thrusters to a ship. I don't think there's any more amateur planets left. No, okay. So we're gonna come out of this. I'm only gonna start that timer when we actually warp. Carbine. I'm gonna only buy one of these for now. And we're gonna go to professional. So when we get in there, I'm gonna change the timer. Okay, we're on professional. So this ship's good, but it's slower than the Model C, so that's why I kept it. Oh, this might be a... use these boost thrusters to get here faster. Yeah, the Model C is, or the, this carbine is really good at taking ships out really fast. And I got is that a time save? That's less time. I'm gonna try and stay away from those clusters because they seem to be being a problem. Okay. Gotta use boost thrusters to get up close. Forgot about that. Yeah, boost thrusters are your friend here. I really should have installed some boost thrusters on the Archangel. Thinking about that. So that might be a potential time save as well. I got, is that 41 seconds? Yeah, I almost got a minute out there. Also, why am I not using boost thrusters? Use those boost thrusters. there real quick. Yeah, boost thrusters are key as far as galaxy runs are concerned. At least I think the meta, because you really need to get to the next ship fast, and when there's long battles, they can really separate. Get closer. Also, it avoids ships that are faster than you from backing up and getting out of your range, depending on what ship you're using, of course. So, I'm really trying to provide a narrative here. This is the first time I've actually tried to do a speed run that's recorded with audio, or like recorded with a mic. So I'm providing a narrative. So if anyone else wants to try this run, and I encourage you to try this run. It's not too hard. It's actually pretty fun as well, because you get to fly through and just destroy a bunch of ships really fast. I don't know, I haven't tried the no speed up category yet. I have a feeling that that's gotta be really excruciating, especially between ships. Just due to the fact that it's gonna take forever to get from ship to ship. We're almost done with the professional here. Go check real quick. I don't think there's any professional left after this. No, okay. So this should be the last professional one. Oh, wow, I took no damage during that. Cool. So after this we'll be moving on to veteran, where I'm gonna buy another carbine. I'm gonna buy it now, so we'll save some time on it charging up. Get a bit closer. All ships. And when we get there, we're gonna move on to the next part of the run. Now don't waste time trying to line these up with each other. It's not worth it. They are good enough on their own to figure it out. You do really want to repair every single time you can. Just because of the amount of damage that they take after one of these. It's just better to do repair. You're not going to run out of money on this run. It's just not going to happen. I haven't had any problems having enough money, so I'll be using those boosters. Okay, this is another problem that can happen. You gotta figure out when you're gonna use boosters in order to minimize that. Go to there. There's really no time to be wasted on these runs, just because there's not a lot of downtime. I mean, you're always doing something. You're either repairing ships, or targeting stuff, or turning on boosters, or selecting different galaxies and warping. So, no speed up, there's probably a difference there, because you have to wait for ships to get to their destination, and there's probably a huge time gain and efficiencies there. Okay, next veteran. I'd say you don't need much skill in this game to do this run. You don't need to know much. You just really need to know how the game... You need to play the game like once or twice, and then you can probably do this run on your own. A lot of the things I'm doing here are self-explanatory, and you can learn easily from this run, if you wanted to. So... We're gonna have to come back to that guy. Oh, I guess he burnt to death. But we're running close to the end of our veteran locations. Definitely doing a lot better on this run. I'm probably going to get sub 50 on this. The long part is going to become... that's what it looks like we're done with veteran. So we're going to move on to elite. That's... No. Shoot, I just wasted a bunch of time there. I should have waited on that. Really should have waited. You can already see the lag coming from being on 4x. That gets even worse in Elite, and it's the worst in Vanguard. Becomes a real problem. This guy's a bit tough. Wait. Oh, I've got to... Wow, okay. Well, that was a bit late. Screwed that up. It's not going to be accurate. When I submit my splits, I'll go ahead and fix that, but in stream and in the video it's going to be wrong, but... I screwed up the other thing, so when we get to Vanguard, we're going to sell these off and get Archangels. If someone would go ahead and develop an auto splitter for this game, that would be amazing. I would love that, because then I wouldn't have these problems. I could ask the moderator if somewhat of an auto splitter mod would be allowed. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing you can do. But like if a mod that would send live split info based on where you are in a bounty hunter scenario, but or I could just ask the developers what bit I should be looking for. Save me a bunch of time. Not much to say here. This is really rinse and repeat as far as Elite goes. I mean, you're already starting to see the slowdown though for this. There's quite a slowdown. At least being on 4x is concerned. Keep up with this guy, he's going a bit fast. Was that the last elite level? It was. Okay, so we need to go here and we need to sell all of these. I'm gonna buy 2 of my modified archangels. Probably would have been better to jump beforehand. But now you gotta drop it down to, well, we're gonna keep it on 4x for charging. We need to drop it down to 2x for so, you know, this is the long haul part of the speed run. If you're seeing this, this is not the FPS on your computer. This is the game. Someone has a better ship for this mode, albeit, but I don't know where that one guy's going. I also don't know why he's trying to rotate. Okay, that alone took so long. Oh man. I mean, at this point you're really AFKing, but Could we just turn the tractor beam off? I don't know how to turn the tractor beam off. Okay, next one. Wait for it to fully charge. I know like no one's watching as far as when I'm streaming this, but definitely looking like a sub 50 or I mean maybe sub 40. I'm actually not quite sure. Just gonna turn those off. Okay, we're gonna have to come back to that. That's a bit of a waste of time. That's another improvement if you're watching this and want to do your own run. Definitely gotta make sure you're not wasting time like that. I'm gonna try and not do that again, but... Forgot we gotta go back to that guy. At least he's not too far away, but still, that was really bad of me to forget about him. Trying to stay on 4x. That's why there's such a time save here. I'm not downgrading to 1 or 2x. Yeah, if anyone attempts a no speed up of this, good luck. I definitely think if someone improved the designs, or came up with their own designs, a sub 30 is definitely possible. Let's get rid of these reactors first. Problem is this guy's in the way of my other guy. that's the first. That guy just got like a huge repair. Entire front half of that ship just got rebuilt. Okay, well there's that section deactivated. I'm just gonna say a sub 30 run is definitely possible. And it's partly because I just haven't taken the time to design my own ships for the vanguard level. I think if someone designed their own ships for the vanguard level, which is the split that's been taking the longest so far, a sub 30 definitely should be possible. Because I'm already pretty close to that as far as right now goes. And if you could make the ship small enough and lag free more, look at how much money I have. You could definitely buy a lot of them and split them. Like if they could take on 1 or 2 ships, or if they could take on a ship themselves, then you could just split them and be done almost instantly, which is a big thing. Also, if someone made like really strong ships, you could definitely pinpoint key reactors and just blow the thing up. The thing that determines if a ship is defeated or not is if they have any reactors remaining. So if you just got rid of all the reactors and were able to not worry about everything else, then that'd be the easiest way to do that. Also, do we have any other left? No, this is the last planet. So the second that this guy's dead, that's our time. Boom. 33 minutes. That's a huge improvement over my 1 hour time. Wow. Big time save on Vanguard. Partly because I wasn't using 1 or 2x. Big time saves on all of it though. 41-second time save on amateur. Wow. I'm gonna have to submit that